I can try.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
There'll be none left for me.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Brother, did you see?
Yeah.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more.
I know. I can't...
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need...
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Master Quinton. I want no... Wait, that's... Ah, glory to Grieger. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lost Wing's pride and...
And you need someone to solve your pest...
I do indeed. I've never seen him so far from the forest, nor so I suppose the smell's got him worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble. Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know. Those wasps won't be interfering with your...
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed. The vineyards were Master Quentin's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill... When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but I'll believe...
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though.
Ha! Golden Stables, my... Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we... Get him, lads. I want that plate.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is! The hero of the
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
You like that, don't you?
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this Dane finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
Ugh!
Keep your distance, boy. How tall are you? There. North Reach.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
It all smells so delightful.
You won't find carpets like this in...
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, His master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
However do they get that colour?
Fruit's not getting any fresher.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my brand.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can...
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Oh, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight!
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome... Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon.
I should probably start here.
Excuse me, you... I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. Might I trouble you for some assistance?
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a...
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely try... And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, strongly advise...
One of them get on
Another one of the dame's pets.
That's the day done then. Drinks.
How about the veil?
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been
You say these are all from Dalmecchia?
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded.
I have a delivery from Etienne.
Why didn't you? Times are hard. But sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest.
I have no business.
Well, I have business with you. A package.
I do not know you.
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs.
Fine. Hand over the goods. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master, had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it.
Cigars?
Those cigars are what...
What did you say was in these pies again?
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not.
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. That is no burden off my back. And this...
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customer. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those?
You mean the crystals? No need...
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the... After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most...
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth. Hence the thriving market for even this... Do you think it vulgar that...
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt that a reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are not... I thank you. As will our mutual friend.
Did one of them get on this side of the gate?
Another one of the dame's pets. Why must she let them off the leash?
Sergeant's got an info. Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't...
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard...
I'm just passing through.
Don't bloody believe...
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really...
I dare say... How about it, branded? Care to show...
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are. Robin and I need to know that...
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Now...
If that's what you want.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. So you know one end of a blade. Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? Not a bearer. Win the Dame's favour anyway.
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start. Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The Dame's man or no, he's still a branded.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the Dame about this, tell...
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars. Can I trust you to be
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, as unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Sambre society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be...
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, Simple fare cost little more than a pittance. But to revel in this, contemptible though it is, my country, and despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestible, which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not see here. Deliver these, but keep them. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted.
It's no wonder so many
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this. Be discreet for both our sakes.
You won't be staying, then?
I'm afraid not.
Cristal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well. I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. You need to leave.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. It's not been half a move. That's what we signed up for.
Are you waiting for it to heal on us out?
Looks like now's not the time. You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. I don't eat it here, though.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him.
That's something at least.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from it! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for...
Yeah. It looks like you need... The Chamberlain must have sent, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me. You need to rest. But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend. And what of your own hurts? They'll wait. As will my hunger. A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business. Though not my own.
So he found someone just as well. I hear his friends back at...
So he really is a Chamberlain?
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comfort...
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb. A gift from the dead. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel?
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back.
The dame, thanks. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Get it, boy!
Clive, tell me you bear good tide.
That remains to be...
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Did one of them get on this side?
Another one of the dame's pets.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
That's enough for today, Branded.
Go on, back to the pit. I need you.
That's enough dallying, you two.
Up, below you. There's still
You
work.
heard me. Shift your ass. You, Branded, here, now. You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my... well...
All right.
My. I see he's over that way, towards the coast. Go.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
But if I can help it... Stay back. I'll deal with this.
That's it.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking?
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
You, Branded. How dare you frighten my son? That wolf was trained. You are the entertainment, nothing more.
Nor am I. You'll pay.
See? I told you, he talks too much.
You're not the Branded I bought. Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders.
Lies!
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me. How? Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one?
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another.
I'm wasting my time, but I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve that much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
Another branded drop in the field yesterday.
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. I think she's lost. Please can...
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything.
In that case... That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. You work these fields? I need to ask...
A branded? Why should I help you, eh?
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with...
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded on...
Chloe? More brown than white. Is that... someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The Crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.